for it again.
Okay.
So, from your PhD study, has the forestry department in Sabah used your
Right.
your findings?
Right. So I'm focusing the studies in Lower Kinabatangan, where the elephants population there are isolated, and every year we could see the trends that they are using the land outside the protected area more and more. So basically Lower Kinabatangan is surrounded by all palm plantations. So when we see this, we know that we can kind of see the patterns that the elephant will spend more time in the plantation, which could create conflicts with people. So uh, we do like a simple maps, and then this way people don't have to think too much. They can see very clearly, the patterns where the elephants use. Yeah, so we can tell them. So basically, we show them the range, where's the elephant distribution by using those data from the movement.
Oh, cool.
And then we also succeed to stop another major development. They want to build a bridge across Kinabatangan River, and this bridge actually will and then after the bridge they will upgrade the existing road. And then what happened, that road actually is going through the wildlife sanctuary, so the protected area, and it's like a highway for the elephants actually. So we thought by having the new road, it will increase the traffic, and then it will reduce elephant movement, and it might kind of cut the population into two.
Right, but I read that they're not building the bridge now.
So basically,
David Attenborough came by, right?
No, he didn't came by, but he sent a letter from far away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but we advocate a lot in the local newspaper using the movement data, where we show it's very intense, the movement in that section where they want to build
high
the
traffic
roads.
area for the elephants.
Yes, so I think people, even public people, they realize, and it's very clear, and they also feel that this is right, and they fight for it as well. So I think that is one of the way that we actually help.
Right, that your research helped
Yeah.
the wildlife.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, I don't really have too much. Have you found any challenges being a woman in the country that you are, with having people, believe what you're saying, or trusting your research? Just curious.
Yeah, it's, how do I say? There is yes or no. I think I just open up my mind when I see new people, and I keep telling myself this is not about people trust me. They don't have to trust me, that they can trust the work, like we
right, this paper speaks for
yes,
itself.
Yes. So yes, it's a challenge, because I'm also a mom. I have two young kids, so it's hard for me to travel. But I guess when there is a problem, we can manage it. I mean, we just have to sacrifice a bit and then tolerate a bit, but communicate a lot, so it should be fine. So far, so good. So
where do your kids live?
Well, my husband is looking after my daughter. She's 8, and then I have my son, so we put him with my mother-in-law because he still needs a good care.
Okay.
So he's only 3 years old.
Oh.
So yeah, so far so good. So hopefully,
good.
fingers crossed.
Do they love like what you're doing?
Yeah. So I try to bring them a lot of time with me when we go to the field. Yeah, so far so good. They don't really like the heat, but I'm
sure.
sorry guys, you have to learn all those things.
It's just part of the environment.
Yeah. But yeah, I think they my daughter said that I feel that she really put me as the role model. I think sometimes she feel bad that she's not as strong as me. I said no worries, it's a process where you learn things, and and I just want her to know that if you have a passion, you just go for it. You don't let other people stop you.
Of course,
So,
yeah. Well, that's great because,
Yeah.
you know, that's what people need to know. Women, men, everybody, you know, if you have a passion, you have to
Yeah.
just kind of fight for it.
Yeah.
It's
And
important.
with my man, I'm the only girl.
Mhm.
So they are all males group. But so far so good. I mean, like we built such a relationship that they trust me and I can trust them. So I had a good team. I mean, this is not a mm, single, like not a person jobs. It's like the whole team, So
Yeah.
so I'm really glad that my
all work
teams,
together.
my teams are great teams.
Yeah, I just saw. Yeah, so obviously, like the palm oil and
Yeah.
is a big problem in Borneo with the human-elephant conflict. Is there any other issues with human-elephant conflict?
Yeah, so there are a few places right now, like I said, like people never see them for the last 20 years, but the elephants are coming out now. So just to try to calm them down that this is part of their range, that you should expect them to come to your village because it's very close to the forest, it's within their home range, and just to make them understand the biology, the ecology of elephants is a challenge because most of these people they have their own estates, but they are smallholders, so they don't have a lot of resources. So basically, if the elephants come and push the trees, damage the properties, they don't have a lot of resources to replace this. So we now need to think how we can help them in terms, like come up with some kind of compensation or things like this because it's not existing yet in Sabah.
Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah, there's no like government that
No.
subsidizes for the farmers.
No,
Right.
and we're trying to also shift the way they think that the elephants are not only the responsibility of the wildlife department. It's responsibility of everyone. So if you want to develop a land, you need to think about, oh, I am living on the elephant's kingdom or country, so I must put some efforts to maybe put up a fence or think about how should I deal, not after you plant everything then you start to cover to protect your crops. So you should it from the beginning.
Right. Plan ahead.
Yeah,
Have
yeah.
absolutely.
So it's hard. It will take some time to shift the way people thinking because they feel, oh, that whenever they see us, oh, look at your elephants, it's your responsibility. No, this is not this is we working together. So yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
So, is there any ways that us here in the U.S. can help elephants in Borneo?
Right. I think the awareness that you guys spread. I mean, there are a lot of I know celebrities here also speak about conservation, and you guys are, like do a lot of research how to use sustainable palm oil, for example. So and you come up with good applications, how people can now check which product are using sustainable palm oil and things like that. So those things we then can share with the people in the Asia countries, for example.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of the awareness, we show them that, hey, look guys, people who don't live with the elephants, they have that awareness to keep our elephants. Now we have to do our role.
Right, like all the way over here we are trying to help elephants.
Yeah. So hopefully it can boost the motivation, and a lot of research that you guys are doing in terms of EHP, that's also very helpful. All the scientific research. And I think it's really important for us to be really careful of what we're using now. So try as much as we can to use the products from the sustainable palm oil. I think that's very crucial. Then we will kind of teach the industry that we want it, and I'm pretty
That's
sure
what we're paying for.
Yeah.
If that's the demand, then that will be the supply.
That's
right?
correct. Yeah.
Cool.
And because of that, a lot of palm oil who wants to work with us now through our SPO,
I saw that online.
Yeah.
Just on Facebook.
Yeah, because they are the members, so they need to take all the precautions to make sure that they get certified fruits. So they open their doors more for us to work with them, to advise them, and I think since 2008, I started to work with wild elephants 2008. I can see a lot of changes, and I feel more comfortable now to work with industries. You know.
Just just 8-9 years.
Yeah.
That's really great.
And please, if you feel like the next time you send people, you want to go to Borneo, please, come. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that we can't bring you close to the elephants, but
Yeah.
perhaps
Oh, I would
will
love to go to Borneo. Are you kidding?
I mean, it's not too far from Laos. I mean, you
Right.
just have to fly
Kim
to
could take a
Kuala-
side trip. Yeah, no big deal. We're on the way there, on the way back. Yeah.
Because
so.
we have a lot of volunteers so they come as a tourist visa. So after 3 months they have to go out. And usually they go to Laos, Vietnam, and Indonesia just to renew the visa, and then they come back.
Oh, yeah.
For another
Okay.
3 months.
Yeah.
Because I guess for the Britons, they can stay up to 3 months. Yeah, and then they have to go out, and then they come back.
Come right
again.
back, yeah.
And then renew the visas.